Geokkonomorph, a mineral streak drawn. Here's the skull of a likely relative of living geckos, Geokkonomorph. Geokkonomorph lived in the late Jurassic, about 150 million years ago. I used mineral streaks and coal to colour the Geokkonomorph in. I coloured the skull in with apatite, which has a white streak and is calcium phosphate, as bone contains this. I then used some hematite, which has a red streak, to shade on top, as hematite contains iron 3 and oxygen, like the iron 3 and oxygen in the blood, in the membrane that covers the skull. The membrane is called a periosteum. I added coal to the eyes, parietal foramen, temporal fenestrae, and to the shadow to represent organic matter. And Geokkonomorph had a parietal foramen, which is the hole where a parietal eye could go, which living geckos don't have. Tokay geckos apparently have the remains of a parietal eye, but geckos don't have a parietal foramen. And the Geokkonomorph also differed by having a postorbital bar and a supratemporal bar. The supratemporal bar, assuming it's the same as an upper temporal bar, would just have separated the two temporal fenestrae, and living geckos don't have a separation between the two temporal fenestrae. Geckos' more open skulls makes their skulls more kinetic, so like flexible. Monitor lizards differ from living geckos by having an upper temporal bar. Geckos and other lizards like monitor lizards also don't have a lower temporal bar, but tuataras do have a lower temporal bar. To separate the lower temporal fenestra from the lower jawbone, the mandible, and I added the coal to represent organic matter. I finally added a greenish blue background with a likely copper mineral. There's no reason behind specifically using copper, but the greenish blue colour could represent sky, leaves in the background. I added sun rays and clouds to the background with apatite. The Geokkonomorph is also drawn on a rock to represent being a fossil. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed.